just love that picture. See,
Man,
that's
that is a nice picture.
yes.
You have a lot of nice pictures.
I sure do. I like my pictures. And I married a guy who took pictures, and I treasure every darn one of them.
There's only that was one of the jokes I remember growing up was that Pops
Take two.
Take two. Well, take two. That was, and then always there was Pops was always the one taking the pictures.
Oh yes, he's.
And so there's a few of them, but there's more pictures of everybody else than there are of Pops, which is funny because he's the cameraman. But
yeah, but he if he wanted a scene, he wanted to take it, and didn't trust too many other people that could take it as well as he.
Right.
And the one picture that we never took two of us, I should have insisted, but we were drinking, we were having cocktails, excuse me, and I should have just, absolutely, we had the family from the east, and relatives all over the place, and we were all lined up on the steps, you've seen it, on the steps of the Brown house, and I think somebody has their finger up their nose, and Patty and I are turned around, we're not even in it, and Tom is waving his hand right in front of his face, and it just drives me crazy, and it's because we only took the one.
But now it's always take two.
Oh, well, we still say it.
Oh yeah. Even with digital cameras, take 5 or 6.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't a matter of the film so
Right.
much in those days. So we're waiting.
Well, no, we're recording.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, what was Marilyn like as a teenager?
An interesting gal.
Because when I was growing up, obviously I knew her much older.
Oh yeah.
And
without her teeth.
Yes, she would give you those bubble booms.
Oh, did she do that?
She'd come. At first it was scary.
Scary.
But then it was just it was funny because it tickled.
It was a sign of affection, and you guys figured that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you weren't hurt.
No. But I'm curious what it was like when she was a teenager when you guys were growing up because she was your older sister.
Yeah.
So. Well,
we were together a lot. We loved to dance. And we'd go to dances, stag, if we didn't have a date, you'd go, and that was fine, and we'd go together. If she got a ride, she'd get a ride for me. I was part of it. And she was gorgeous. She was absolutely gorgeous when she was young. Have you ever seen her pictures?
I've seen a couple of them, yeah.
She was absolutely gorgeous. This is when she's older, in her 30s. She's still gorgeous.
Which she's on the right?
Where is she? There is
that one. Oh, okay.
And she's at Dick's wedding, and she had legs that didn't quit.
Oh, is this her as well?
Yes, and a bus line that was absolutely delicious, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a gorgeous gal.
So what was she like?
Well, we fought a lot and made up, of course, because there we were. We were in the apartment there on Union Street by that time, and there's a lot of in between. What was she like? Well, she had a temper, and I remember being. And fought with Granny a lot, and I thought, well, what's the point? She was supporting us. We weren't working yet, and it just wasn't worth it. And not that I was so great or anything, but I couldn't see the point. So Granny and I got along fine, but she fought a lot. And then she picked up on smoking. And in those days, that was one step from hell.
Oh, yeah.
You were on the skids, that was, you weren't a proper lady. And Mother was of the old school. And so they fought a lot about that. But Marilyn wanted to be, she was quite the dramatist, by the way. In grade school, she was in all the plays. And in high school, she was the president of the drama club.
Oh, okay.
I was the vice president. Because I like the drama too.
Uh-huh.
But she really went into it. What's my point? There was something. Let's see. How did we do that? I have to remember how this worked. We lost the big house in the Depression.
Oh.
And Mother was working in the city hospital in the Flatiron building downtown. It was a steady job, and the Depression was on, and she couldn't really make it. And because see, the house was mortgaged by Leonard. Mm-hmm. She couldn't make the payments. She had to give it back. Her pride just wouldn't let her stay there. She was behind in the payments. And Griffin, I'll never forget him, Mr. Griffin, he hated to do it, but Mother insisted. But down at the Flatiron building, they had quarters, what they called the nurses' quarters, on the roof. And all it was a room and a bath. There was no cooking. They ate in the kitchen. There was a kitchen for the hospital. The hospital was on the next floor down. Mm-hmm. So they ate in the hospital kitchen. Now here's Marilyn and I. We went to boarding school at Holy Angels. You know, boarding school. We had a roof over our heads because we didn't.
Holy Names is
no. Holy Names is up here. Oh. Holy Angels is in Ballard. It was cheaper.
Okay.
And so it was a smaller building, of course, all around, and we boarded there for a year and a half. And so Mother is saving her money a little bit, and she took us out. Marilyn hated it. Hated boarding school. She'd call up, and she was just in that hormones and this and that, and made all the fuss in the world. And I couldn't see the sense of it. It was so silly, because what was Mother supposed to do, you know? But she saved her money and finally got the apartment that is on East Union, the apartment. Now, I was going to make a point. No, come on, memory, because what was it that it was a big thing with Marilyn and Gussie, a big blow up. Oh, come on, what was it? I've forgotten.
They had an argument.
I had it just a minute ago. Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll continue.
So what was she like?
Yeah.
Well, she was a whole bunch of things. All of that temper and discontent. And now she's a teenager. She knows she's been left. And it's really coming on her. And I don't know, it was just dumb, but she did fight with Granny. She left the apartment and moved in with a girlfriend. Thank God it was a girlfriend and her mother. And but the girlfriend smoked, and so did the mother of this girlfriend, so she could smoke. And how did she get her? She worked at. Well, we babysat in the apartment, by the way. So she had money for cigarettes. They were cheap in those days. It was a big bone of contention because Granny knew that it was bad for you health-wise. Yeah. Oh, and Marilyn had a siege when she was in grade school of, oh God, what's it called? Remedial, something to do with the heart. It's a minor thing, but Mother remembered that. And Marilyn, by the way, was sickly when she was a baby. And Mother was aware of that, and dark circles under her eyes because that was her makeup in a way. And remember, she was concerned about her health. Well, so here came the cigarettes. So anyway.